Racing is definitely in your blood, and we have a rich racing lineage here in South Africa. Families who've become household names globally, like the Binders, the Van der Lindes, and of course the Peppers. I caught up with them and Jordan's Bentley teammates. You started racing in the early days of Polo Cup. Think how many
I've been involved
of
with
these oaks?
Volkswagen since I started Formula V's in '87. When I got off of motocross, I started racing Formula V's, then I went to Formula GTR, then I did that season of F3000, and then into Polo Cup when it started, and then Golf GDR before I retired.
You know, you look at like parents watching like schoolboy rugby and they're screaming and shouting, and how hard is it to sit there and not get involved?
Only thing I can say, I don't get nervous, I don't get stressed. I did with Tasman a little bit when she goes out, and I worry about my daughter.
Yeah.
Geordie, I don't worry at all. Doesn't worry me one little bit. I don't get nervous. You get a little bit of adrenaline going.
Yeah.
But I've done it. I've been there. I've been in that situation. You've had to do it yourself and whatever. Once they're strapped into that car, there's
Nothing more you can
absolutely
say or
nothing.
do.
You just give them your support. And I've been fortunate with Jules and Jordan and that with a Bentley for the last three and a half years. All the main endurance races that I go to, I keep busy. I look after their drivers in their car, getting sure their overalls are cleaned and that they're ready for their next stint, and getting their water and their sustenance and their meals and going and waking them up.
I mean, I don't know what it was like growing up, if you pushed them to head into motorsport, or was it just a natural thing because you were doing it?
They wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Tasman wanted to do it. Tasman was at the racetrack 2 weeks after she was born. She was in Velkom in the middle of July, sitting behind a Formula GTR with my old man revving the and whatever, and that's where she got brought up, and she's never missed a race meeting type of thing.
If I mess it up, I got to deal with my dad though. So.
But we also have to deal with
But you never messed it up, so it's fine.
No,
she
so I
did.
think,
Remember last year?
I didn't want to bring it up. Thanks for reminding everyone.
No, I think it would be a lot more difficult racing with teammates, because it's not just you, it's them as well. So you're not just driving for yourself, you're driving for them, and the entire team is, you're working together for an end result where it's me, my mechanics, and that's it. You know, at the start of the race, I only have to worry about myself, and that's the end of it. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. You know.
To the grid. I've only got to worry about myself. She's so worried what the others are going to do around her. She gets to worry about herself. And then Morgan, when she was born, Cheryl stayed at home a little bit, and Morgie didn't. She wasn't to the noise and stuff.
I tried.
Did you?
Yeah,
it wasn't your
I did karting, and then Tasman kept taking me out, so it wasn't fun.
That's the older sister
So I
for
said
you,
to
right?
I said to my dad, I'm done, because it's going to be for the rest of. But it wasn't really for me. He was quite happy, kind of. It was less expensive. One less person to.
He's starting to add it up and going, geez, like I'm so stoked. I've got two daughters. None of them are going to race, and then.
I don't think Tasman actually had a choice in the matter. She was in from the get-go.
There was a season in the baby carts when she first started. The first race she ever led was at Swartkops. She had about a 3/4 lap lead. Don't know where this got pulled out of, but she was leading this whole race. She stops in the chicane. Now I think the cart's broken. I sprint over there to check what's going. The cart's still running. I said, what's wrong with it? My nose is running, Daddy. Can you wipe it?
Y'all make him
So I
a break.
took
I'm 5 years old, okay?
I took an oily rag out of my pocket, lifted her visor, wiped her nose, closed it, said, okay, off you go. Will you go and finish the race now? And then when Geordie was born, he was back at the racetrack.
That was the agreement with my mom and dad. So they were like, okay, do schooling. And I didn't want to do science and maths and engineering. And my mom, she says, you're doing it or you stop racing if you get bad marks. I said, okay, cool. And I said, the deal is, can I go race overseas if we can make it work? They said, cool, we got 2 years of funding. That's what we can do. And then if you don't make it, you're coming home and you're studying, you're getting a job. That's
Work
it.
in the family
There's
business.
no question.
Plastic bottles.
Yeah, probably, to be honest, I don't think I could work with both my sisters, my mom and my dad. It just wouldn't work.
If we put 100% in the effort to make and find the money to go racing with them, as long as they put 100% in, we put 100%.
Yeah.
When they had a bad day and they wanted to play around the back of the field with their mates, just tell us in the morning so we know how much effort we could have put in.
I'd never
We
told
never-
my dad
we-
in the
we
morning.
We never ever said that, just by the way.
No, no,
We never ever wanted to just play at the
It
back
feels
of
like he's delivered that speech a few times. Right?
He used to show us the fist a lot on
Yeah.
the side of the track. Hey,
That
like,
was
you
it.
guys better start sorting yourselves out.